Now that our hot end is up to temperature, we're going to change the filament. We know the hot end's up to temperature because down here we set it for 230 degrees and it shows 232 degrees C. Very important. Our filament is already in here from the last print job. We're going to grab this and push down. And it's going to be a little hard to hear on the camera, but I heard it pop a little bit and you see that filament's coming out. You want to be kind of careful how you're doing this because you can get overzealous and push it and fold the plastic over. If you fold this plastic over and it breaks, it's going to be a little bit harder to fix. Now once I see a little plastic coming out, I just grab this and pull straight up. And it comes out so easy every time. And when you look at this, you'll see where this end is melted, but it's already cooled. And it's just a little bit crooked from where I pulled it out because it came out of the part that was extremely hot, but it cools instantly when it comes out. So I'm going to pull out this little piece of filament that we don't need. And I'm going to go over here and grab our green and push that up into our fitting. I'm going to make this a little easier on myself by pulling that out. So once I get it through the connector, I take it and push it in that little hole right there of our filament tube. And I just keep pushing that. Return that back into the holder. And I keep pushing it till I see it come out the other side. Again, do not get overzealous. It's very easy to bend this over, and once you kink it, you're going to want to pull it back out, because if you did this, well, now you ruined that piece of filament, because I just bent that over and you can see that it's turned white. So what I'll do is just cut this off, pull that right back out, that's scrap, and push this back up into the tube. On a new spool, you'll notice that you'll have a little bit of a problem with it coming off the side. And you just kind of have to get used to it. If I've already printed with the spool, 5 or 10%, the sides are going to be taller than the filament. It's not going to jump off the side as easy. So again, I'm going to push that up there nice and easy without bending anything. That guy was trying to help me out. So I see where that's out a little bit. I'm going to take this and I'm going to lightly straighten it. Because if you looked at that, it's curved because it's coming off a curved spool all the time. I'm going to push that straight down in here. And you'll feel a little resistance. A tip here, if you feel a lot of resistance and you can't seem to push it past this first gear, which is our extruder gear, and you feel like it's not moving, what you're going to want to do is go into the menu, go over to Prepare, and go down to where it says Disable Steppers. I almost said that right. Disable Steppers. And when you press that, it'll take the tension off that gear and make it easier to put the filament in. Now you can see where the blue is coming out because that was our old color. And I just reached up there and that just pulls right off very easily. Again, I'm being careful about pushing this in because the last thing I want to do is fold that over. Now if I did fold that over, I would just pull this back out, because if I pushed on it incorrectly and did this kink, you're not going to want to straighten that out. You're going to want to just pull a little bit more filament out, take your handy dandy cutters and just cut that back and start the process again. Straighten it out a little bit and then push it down in there again. Okay, I got it down in there. I take the white tube and push it back down into the connector where it can't come out on either side. The next thing I'm going to want to do is make sure that the spool, you might see where this jumped off a little bit. I'm going to want to back the spool up just a little bit to get it back on there. You don't want any strands off to the side because it will tie into a knot. And that's how you change a roll of filament.